TB is spreading again in Britain and elsewhere. Our health is in decline. Supermarket food's main feed is fertilizer. The same goes for grass cattle graze. To compensate unhealthy factory farming, the animals are given medication but are still falling sick in droves. There is a direct connection between our fields, farming, fertilizers, food, flood, and our failing health.
The government is currently spending £100 million per annum compensating farmers for the slaughter of their cattle arising from TB. TB is a disease of deprivation. It's a disease you find in slum areas, in refugee columns, and it arises largely because of lack of food and their immune system being depleted. Eradication of TB is a very important issue. It's not just badgers that can turn around and get TB, it can also spread to human beings.
4 months ago I was diagnosed with TB. This came as a big shock to my doctors and also to myself. I'm fairly active, relatively young, I've not smoked, haven't been on many exotic holidays in the past 5 years. So they were really surprised. They thought initially it was a chest infection. You can only pass it on when you're symptomatic, which means you've got active TB, or you can have latent TB, which means that you have the disease, but you're unable to pass it on and you don't have any symptoms. It's quite difficult to diagnose TB. The only reason I was pressed to go to my doctor is because I coughed up some blood repeatedly over a number of days, but the other symptoms are really mild. They're night sweats and a slight dry cough and a slight bit of weight loss, but nothing that an ordinary person would be beating down the door of their GP to go to. I have 2 children, 2 young children, 2 and 6, and both have now got latent TB. The immunisation is not 100% effective. When I've asked doctors about this, they say that there's a 60 to 70% chance of it warding off any TB drugs, but if you're in close proximity to someone, it seems that the immunisation will not work. The drugs that we're prescribed are drugs that were first introduced in the 50s and the 60s, and as I was told was given to the American Army. As far as I know, that was the last full field test that they did for the drug. The thing that seems to mean the eradication of the disease, or the near eradication of the disease in this country, is the general well-being and health of the population. I don't fit any of the profile. So I may have just been unlucky, but maybe not. There may be something else at work.
A very good acquaintance of mine, Martin Lane, is very much into analysing soils, identifying the depletion of various trace elements, and then producing a tailored mix which is applied to a particular field according to that deficiency. Now, it's been noted that where this process has been applied down in the southwest, the farmers subsequently report not only the fact that they have increased fertility rates, reduced illness, their ease of calving, ease of lambing, increased weight gain. More importantly, they're claiming that their incidence of TB has disappeared. I've picked up on this and put a case both to the NFU and to DEFRA via the VLA. proposing that this be tested to see if in fact this is the case, and a simple examination of the TB records in the area for the particular farms making the claim, and indeed the surrounding farms, would readily establish whether this is the case.
A DEFRA newsletter states, transmission of M. bovis from infected animals to humans can occur by inhaling or ingesting bacteria shed by the animal. The risk is low to contract the disease from cats. Little is known about the actual path of TB, but these are facts. TB is spreading again in humans and animals. Vaccines are no real solution. Only sound immune systems can fend off TB bacteria. Only healthy soil can provide healthy food for us all. Farmland soil is the fundament of our food chain. Living soils, not destroyed by chemicals, contain a diverse ecosystem with fungi producing vitamins, hormones and natural antibiotics. Rather than focusing on killing sick animals, we need to feed them and us right to stay healthy. Nutritious soil and natural farming helps prevent flood, drought and TB.
The reinstatement of soil fertility by the replenishment of trace elements would obviously turn around and also raise the soil organic carbon levels. We've covered the drought and flood benefits of that. But in this instance, it would also improve the health of the animals through the improved grazing. There's the potential reduction in TB and of course the quality of the food that they produce and hence our own health. Surely this must be worth a look.
Is it surprising we're short of water?